Communications are the nervous system of our economy. The post office, the most important and biggest transmitter of information, of delivering any letter posted anywhere in Germany in the evening to the addressee next morning. To that end, it uses the most... But what's the point of such speed if a letter, after reaching a firm, then takes another day to get to the right desk? Nowadays, economic efficiency depends decisively on the accuracy and speed with which information, that is, orders, acknowledgements, inquiries, notifications, and the like, are processed and passed on. The current practice in most firms in organizing internal information flows is to employ predominantly, for transmission of incoming and outgoing mail and circulation of files and documents, the least efficient of all possible means, legwork. In dynamic modern enterprises, rationalization planning does not stop short of letter, file, and information flows. For in this sphere, speed and promptness are decisive not only for the flexibility of an undertaking, but also for its profits. How expensive the legwork of qualified, highly paid specialists can be in transporting files, information, and letters is shown by the analysis of a Zurich bank. At the time of the study, the daily mail count averaged 10,200 incoming and 15,160 outgoing letters. In addition, the files and documents in circulation in the bank numbered roughly 30,000. For the entire personnel, this meant 14,500 errands per day. That is the equivalent of altogether 1,790 kilometers per day and 465,000 kilometers per year. Moreover, it required the working time of 81 persons, who cost the firm an annual 1.5 million Swiss francs. Conversion of the average cost per working hour gives a transport cost of 3.34 francs per kilometer. Technological University in Zurich, the firm decided on an optimal solution. Telelift, a completely new system for the automation and rationalization of transport operations. In the Zurich bank, Telelift took over 53% of the legwork. Of the previous cost of 1.5 million francs, 853,000 were saved. The original transport cost of 3.34 francs was reduced to almost half a franc per kilometer. If we deduct the annual cost of the equipment, including 130,000 francs for depreciation, the annual saving is 605,000 Swiss francs. The investment for Telelift was amortized in a bare 18 months. The Telelift equipment in this bank has already been extended 4 times. One of the biggest Telelift installations, covering a distance of 2.5 kilometers with 90 stations, 187 switch points, and 350 transport containers, is installed in the Amsterdam-Rotterdam Bank. Here, Telelift formed the basis for reorganization of all interdepartmental operations. The handling of incoming and outgoing mail, written into office communications, and file circulation was thoroughly rationalized. Cooperation with the interconnected typing, teleprinter, and copying rooms with the central registry and the computer center was placed on a decidedly more economical basis. A Telelift riser channel with branch lines on every floor. Containers are passed automatically from any line to any other. Here is a so-called return switch point. Via this switch point, the containers move down to the station and are passed back into the system again by the same route. Operation of the Telelift system is simplicity itself. Any number of containers can be transported at any desired intervals and find their way to the selected destination fully automatically and without any central control. Any one of a possible 1,000 receiver stations is set with snap-in magnets, which automatically guide the containers through the system. In this waiting line installed over a mail station, 200 containers can be held and called to the reception or dispatch point by pushing a button. In rush periods, up to 250 containers per hour are received here and redispatched. Every Telelift transport container has its own drive and takes a load of 5 kilograms. At the switch points, its address magnets are scanned without physical contact. Containers can move up and down in rapid succession and be switched into and out of the moving line by the switch points. Telelift gives architects and their clients greater freedom in designing and organizing rooms and departments. But Telelift can also be installed just as easily in old buildings while business continues as usual. It is for this reason that the Swiss banks, for example, have all adopted the Telelift system. A decisive technical advantage of Telelift is that the system has no vertical or horizontal limitations. An example of this is the 110-meter-high parliamentary building in Bonn. From this mail department, up to 2.5 tons of mail are distributed to the 28 floors within an hour every morning. But that is nowhere near the full 9-ton-per-hour capacity of the Telelift installation. Here on the top floor, the transport containers move backwards over a vertical switch point into the reception rails and can then move forwards to re-enter the system. In addition to large administrations, it is also possible, of course, to rationalize or reorganize smaller-scale office, administrative, and production operations. Statistics show that in office organizations without suitable means of transport, on average, every 4th workplace is unoccupied. The persons concerned cannot be reached. Waiting times of jobs in process are increased. Telelift can also be installed in fully air-conditioned rooms, sealed off in suspended ceilings. This version is particularly suitable for office-scapes. The overall appearance of the room is unchanged and no extra space is required. In the Central Technical Office of the Post Office in Darmstadt, Telelift transports magnetic tapes from the computer room to the computer tape archives. This enables the high-cost computer room to be used solely for computing equipment. Telelift was installed subsequently in the stairwell, leaving the ceilings intact. At the BMW works in Munich, Telelift is used to transport number plates of persons collecting cars from the reception office to the delivery shop. One of many examples of how Telelift transports not only office materials, but also technical articles. For the special requirements of individual transport operations, apart from the standard Telelift containers, there are hang-in units for test tubes, laboratory specimens, blood preserves, containers for X-ray cassettes, rolls of drawings, and various special versions. Telelift is a system developed and built in a young, dynamic firm. This enterprise has representatives in 22 countries and has granted licenses in the USA and other countries. Up to the present, Telelift has already built well over 100 installations of all sizes and for numerous specific requirements. A new example of the success of this magnificent idea is the construction of a transport system for freight handling at Orly Airport near Paris. Telelift has a number of technical advantages which cannot be offered by any other transport system. Telelift has simple circuitry and few components. A typical characteristic is its great flexibility. Extensions and modifications are possible at any time and anywhere with little trouble. Telelift needs little space. The installations are easy to operate. Maintenance and supervision can be carried out by the client's own personnel. In the production field, rationalization has been carried out for many years very systematically. In office operations, that rationalization has yet to come, although in this sphere salary trends have been a heavy burden on earnings. Telelift is the solution. Telelift saves personnel and, by eliminating unnecessary legwork, improves the productivity of qualified personnel. Telelift eradicates rush periods and hence expensive overtime. The workload is distributed evenly. Waiting times are avoided and processing delays are reduced to a minimum. Telelift, the ultimate transport system.